Hey everybody, my name is Gavin. For this project, I took a lot of time thinking about what I wanted to do at the beginning of the semester. And I was trying to think about all the social issues I can do. And ultimately I came to this phrase that I kept hearing when I was growing up. And this phrase was called be a man. And I would always think that there was this negative connotation that was attached to it. Um, and this class has been able to provide me a opportunity to research it and find out what is the negative connotation that's attached to the phrase "be a man." So I searched this phrase into YouTube, and I found this man named Joe Ephraim, and he made a TED talk about this. And so that is what I chose for this presentation. Three things that I loved about his TED talk. And showed his rhetorical, how good he is at rhetoric. And those three things are his clear message of what's wrong. The second is his clear solution. And the third is the authority that he has to give this presentation. So everything that's on the screen right now are some of the things that are highlighted throughout his speech. If you look to the left, there's this cycle called the Be a Man cycle. And this is the cycle that young boys get stuck in when they're told be a man, which is implying for them to turn off their emotions. This phrase is often told to people when they are trying to express their emotions or things like that, and they can easily get stuck in the cycle. This cycle starts with what's called socialization, which is just using the phrase "be a man" and it becoming a normal part of our society. The second is the social mandate that it has for that it's not socially acceptable for men to express their emotions. The next is, and that can lead to alexithymia, which is the inability to recognize or describe one's emotions. That can cause covert depression, which is just not able to process your depression, so you push it down, so it festers inside of you, which can lead to isolation, because not being able to fix the problem will just cause you to not be around anyone or even be able to talk about it. Then that leads to that can lead to substance abuse, and ultimately to violence, and violence becomes socialized, and it all continues in a cycle. This clearly is a problem, and Joe highlights that. And then another thing that he says in his speech are the three myths of masculinity. Those three myths are that men have to be successful sexually, they have to be successful economically, and they have to be successful athletically. So I put, for sexual conquest, men think that they must be sexually active and successful if they want to be a true man. This can cause men to think that they are supposed to take advantage of women. Men think that they have to be economically successful, and ultimately they associate their net worth with their self-worth. And they think that that's what determines their self-worth, their net worth. And finally, their athletic prowess. Some men think that they must excel physically in order to be a man. They think that size, strength, and their skill sets reveal whether or not they're a man. That is the first thing that I love about Joe, is he makes it very clear that there is a problem with the phrase "be a man" and what society defines as masculinity. The second thing that I love about Joe is that about his rhetoric is that he states a solution to this problem. He thinks that we should redefine what it means to be a man, what the definition of masculinity is. And those two things are under what is a true man then? He thinks that a true man is defined by their relationships, his relationship with other people, his love for other people. And then finally, he also thinks that a man should be defined by his mission, why he's living on this earth, and what is he trying to accomplish. if he's trying to make this world a better place. Um, those 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 are two of the things I love about Joe. And the final thing that I love about Joe is his authority to speak on this. Joe was a former NFL player, and so he probably met all three of the masculinity myths. He was athletically successful. He was economically successful, and he probably was sexually was able to be sexually successful. Because he was all these things, and he was stuck in the be a man cycle, he is able to speak to others that may not fit into those three myths about masculinity, and he's able to speak on this topic and have authority and say that this is not what defines a man. Thank you so much. Oh no, I don't know how to stop this.